Hello everybody, it's my first live stream. Let me know if the sound is okay. I'm going to talk about my platies that I'm breeding outdoors. You can see them here in the tank. I fed them and I've taken some video of it. So these ones are all just different varieties, different color strains. I just took a scoop out of my main pond and I threw them in the tank. I breed them without any heaters or any filters or anything like that, just plants and outdoors in the sun. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm creating this live video for two reasons. Reason number one is just to have a video of the fish on my Facebook page before I advertise them for sale. As you can see, there's a lot of small ones, but most of them are ready to go. They're of decent size now. The other reason is I've got a YouTube channel where I put videos of my fish. So I just want to do a proper live video where I talk, maybe answer questions if you guys have any questions on the fish. Thank you, Kevin. So after I'm done with this live video, I'm going to take it off my page. Well, it will stay on my page, but I'll just download the whole video from my page and upload it to YouTube. So if you are watching in the future on YouTube and you see me answering questions, it's because I'm answering Facebook questions or interacting with people on Facebook. So I have a few types. There's the normal red wagtail platies. You can see them there in the video. And I also have bumblebee platies, but I haven't got them in this tank. I've got a big colony of bumblebee platies that I'm breeding. They're actually quite nice. But I'm waiting till I get a decent amount before I sell them. If you're in Cape Town, all of my fish you can get from Tropical Paradise in Fishhook. It's my parent shop. When the lockdown is over, they will have the fish at the shop. It's a cool little live feed that I created of the tank. There's a bit of glare on the glass because the sun, I don't use any lights, so sometimes the sun creates a glare, but it will go away and come back again, so it just depends. It's actually under a clear roof, so it's like a carport where all the tanks are, and there's clear roof sheeting, so it blocks some of the sun, but it still allows about 50% of the sun to come through. So that's why you'll see every now and then there's a bit of glare, but it's not too bad. Later on, I will just zoom in on the actual fish and you can see them eating. And these guys stay outdoor right through the winter. In the summer, sometimes the temperature drops till about 8 degrees Celsius, and they're still swimming around happily, breeding. They do slow down the breeding in winter though. They breed a lot in summer, and then in the winter they will maybe once during the winter breed, and then when it gets really, really cold, they stop breeding. But then the babies are growing up anyways, so it sort of gives the parents a bit of a break. And then in the spring again, then they'll breed again. So it gives them maybe 3 months throughout the year they have a break. So if you follow this page, Outdoor Aquatics, you'll see I'm going to be posting quite a few videos. It's just difficult for me to get some decent footage of the tanks because I keep it outdoors. So there's a lot of plants and floating plants in the tanks. I've actually cropped out the plants in the top of the tank, but this whole tank is full of plants floating at the top. And I also breed them in tubs and ponds and that you can't actually see through. You can only see from the top down. And there's also a lot of floating plants. So I have to fish them out and put them into a tank where you can actually view them for me to take the video. The tank that they're in now is a 100-liter tank. I've got the 60 to 100-liter tanks. I've got about 20 of those, and then I've got 150-liter tubs. I've got about 30 of those, and then 1,000-liter flow bins. I've got 5 set up, and then one pond. I'm not sure how many liters. It's a big pond. So how I started with breeding them in cold water and outside was I got some from a supplier, and I hand selected the different types that I wanted, and then I bred those. And then during the summer I took the babies and I put them outdoors into ponds, and then the babies grew up in the ponds outdoors in the summer. And then by the time winter came around, most of them were already used to the temperature swings, because even in summer you get some cold nights. So by the time winter came, I didn't expect them all to make it, but I'd say 95% of them made it. And then when that generation bred on, then I'm pretty much got 100% success rate. The babies that get bred now are so strong. Even in the winter, they thrive. They swim around like it's nothing. And there actually are 2 different types of platies. So you do get ones that are more tolerant to cold water. So I wouldn't suggest you go to a pet shop and you go and you buy the platies that's there and throw them outside in the cold in the winter. They probably won't make it. But if you do it slowly like I did, you breed them in the summer, let the babies grow up, and then the next summer the babies breed on, you'll start getting very, very strong generations. And if you go to the pet shop I mentioned, Tropical Paradise in Fish Hoek, you can buy them there, and also a whole bunch of guppies that I breed. I take them all there. You can collect from me as well, but it's easier if you just go to that shop and buy it there. And they are 20 Rand each. Very cheap. What they're busy eating is frozen food. I make it myself. I just take smoked salmon. Well, not smoked salmon. It's just salmon off cuts. And I blend it with things like carrot and peas and duckweed. And Daphnia. I've got Daphnia cultures, so I throw some Daphnia in the mix and I blend it up and I put it in Ziploc bags and I freeze it, and then I take a piece off and I drop it in. The guppies love it, the platies love it, the shrimp love it, they all eat it. You'll see the shrimp will start coming out now and eat the food. In this tank is mainly the wild type of shrimp. I thought I got them all out when I cleared out this tank, thought I caught all the shrimp out, but I see there's a lot in there. This is a live video, so if you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and I'll answer them. See, I've got some new followers now on the page. Thank you guys. You can just turn the notifications on. If I do get enough interaction or a lot of people showing appreciation for the videos, then I will create more. I'll do some more live streams as well. The temperature of the tank is currently sitting at around 18 degrees the last time I checked. But it does climb to over 20 and it also drops down to about 8 degrees. If it's cold at night, it drops down to 8. Ramiz, no, I don't only have platies. It's just I'm making a video on them today, just showing the one tank of platies that I've set up there. I do have guppies as well. Also cold water. So, and then I've got celestial pearl danios that I'm busy breeding. I don't have any for sale though of the celestial pearl danios, but they are breeding at the moment. I had a problem because I was colony breeding the celestial pearl danios. I put them all together in a 150 liter tub. They were breeding, they were having babies, and it was about 60, 70 juveniles swimming around. And then I started noticing that they started disappearing, and then so I took them all out of the tub, started catching them out, and I noticed the dragonfly larvae were feasting on them in the tub. So I had to strip the tub down, net out all the dragonfly larvae, and then I chucked a couple of goldfish in that tub just to, if I didn't see any, just so the goldfish can eat them. And now I've kept the celestial pearl danios in a tank inside, and I'm letting them spawn into moss, and then once the babies hatch from there, I throw them into a tub. Yeah, thanks man, hit that follow button. Yeah, not nice at all. I did see that there was dragonfly larvae in the tub. I didn't think that they were eating the fish because I didn't really see my population declining. And then all of a sudden, when it just drastically declined, I noticed that it was them that was eating the fish. And especially fish like celestial pearl danios, when they have babies, the babies are so tiny. They easily get eaten up. Even the eggs are very small. The parents don't really eat the eggs when they spawn, but the snails, the ramshorn snails, will actually eat the eggs of the celestial pearl danios. Thank you for the follow, guys. Don't know if you can see the shrimp are starting to come out now. They're eating. Okay, you want to start a guppy or platy tank. You got some peacock cichlids. Yeah, so obviously you can't put them together. The peacocks will eat the guppies and the platies, but you can start a guppy and platy tank together. You can put them together. They breed together fine. Just make sure you got lots of plants so that they don't eat their babies, or even like you can see in the video, there's just clusters of rocks. The babies will go and hide in the rocks, and you won't even see the babies. You'll think you don't have, and then they'll come out at a size where the parents don't bother them. So also for breeding shrimps as well, just get rocks like these, pile them up together in the corner of a tank, and they will find a little area inside the rocks where they will just live and eat all the dirt that comes in there. And yeah, that's the best way. You don't have to remove the parents or remove the babies. Just let them grow up with the parents. Obviously, some might get eaten, but that's natural selection. The slow ones or the weak ones or the stupid ones that don't know how to hide, they'll get eaten by the parents, but most of them will survive. I breed all of my guppies and platies in ponds, and I just scoop a net in and I catch them out through all the plants, and then I just put them in a separate tank before I sort them to sell them. And they all just breed together fine. The nice thing about the platies and the guppies is there's so many different colors. You really don't need other fish. You can get so many different types. Like you'll see the ones that look kind of silver in the video, when they get older, they have a black tail, silver body, and then a blue sheen to them. They look really nice, especially if you've got nice lights on your tank. Obviously, there's no light on this tank. It's just sunlight that's lighting it up. But if you've got it in a tank inside your house with a nice light on it, those ones really stand out nicely. And then you get all different colors. I've got the bumblebee platies, which are yellow with the black stripes on them or blotches on them. And then you get the red wagtails, a bright red. And guppies, there's any color you can think of. There's a guppy with that color. So, and they're live bearers, so they breed. You get new babies all the time. When you got too many, you can sell them or trade them in at a store for other goods. And also make sure you put some plants with the guppies and the platies. They love the plants, and the babies also can hide in the plants. And you don't need strong lighting or CO2. It all depends on the plants that you keep in your tank. Anubias and Java fern are great low light plants. Put them in the tank, and then you get like hornwort. If you can get some hornwort, grows like crazy. Or I prefer the Elodia, which is in this tank. You can't really see it now, but you'll see a different angle now when the video zooms in. Elodia is my favorite. It doesn't create as much mess as the hornwort does, but it still grows as fast. And I just take the little ceramic noodles and I break a piece of Elodia off. I put a ceramic noodle on it and I drop it in the back of the tank, and then it stands up like a stem plant, and then it grows from there. And if you've got gravel, it will actually root into the gravel, and those plants don't need any special lighting or anything. You can just break them off and put them back in. You know, Manus. I love Manus. Yeah, I'm also in lockdown. That's why I'm creating this video. So I'm actually a musician. I was doing gigs full time until this lockdown happened, and now I'm forced to stay at home. So now I'm sorting out all my tanks and ponds. I was just letting them do their own thing. Wasn't really giving them much attention. So now I've decided to clean some tanks up and make some videos. How many tanks I've got? So the tanks, I've got 20 in total. They're on a rack system. There's half of them are 60-liter tanks, so your standard 60-centimeter tank, and then the other half are your standard 1-meter tank, your 3-foot tank. And I don't really breed in those tanks. Those tanks, because I can see in, I just use them to hold the fish until I sell them. But I breed mainly in these big tubs. So the tubs are about 150 liters, and I've got 30 of them. And I've got bigger ponds and those square flow bins with a cage around them, 1,000-liter flow bins. I've got 5 of them. 2 of them I use to collect rainwater and supply the tanks with it. I don't ever do water changes. I just top up. When the tubs are low and there's rainwater in my tanks, I top them up. I never drain water out. I just use the plants, and then I just let nature do the rest. I don't use any air pumps either. I don't use any filters. I don't use heaters. It's actually a lot of different types of fish that can actually withstand cold water, or that will actually thrive in the colder water. If you look on the internet, they'll tell you that you can't, but most of the information is based overseas where they get snow and frost. We don't really go into freezing temperatures here in Cape Town, South Africa. So the coldest I've seen my water is 8 degrees. And they were swimming around like this, like it was nothing. What I do is, if it gets really cold, I put lids on top of the tanks and the tubs, like glass lids, and it keeps the heat in. And then in the summer, I just take it off, because you also don't want it to get too hot. If you keep a lid on a tub outdoors in the summer, then it will just get too hot. I've made that mistake before. And also water level. So if you fill your tub halfway, it heats up quicker, and with the lid on top, it keeps that heat in. So during the night, it will drop a couple of degrees, but not much. Whereas if you've got a tub or a tank full of water, it takes longer to heat it up. Okay, I'm going to head off now. Thanks everybody that tuned in. Follow the page and you'll get notified of the next video that I upload. You can put notifications on, and then you should get a notification on your Facebook when I upload the next video. So I'm going to be uploading videos of each different type of fish that I've got, and then also I'll do some live streams every now and then. Hope you guys have a great day. Cheers.